Guys, what is up? It is about 9:30 here on a Friday morning in Salt Lake City at a Super Target. Why? Why are we at Super Target this early in the morning? Number one reason we're here, Chipotle. Okay, number one, Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Number two is definitely Chipotle. I'm meeting some peeps, gonna get my game from them and give it a whirl. I wanted to get this game earlier, but guys, there's too many Switch games. We all know this. There's too many good games. There's too little time to play them. And when you're in college, there is way too little time to play them. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 review. There we go. Guys, we got it. We got it. Let's hear it. It's about time to review this game. So I'm not in my usual home, especially when I'm editing. It's gonna be a little different, but bear with me. I'm still gonna try to make this the best review, first look video that I can do for Xenoblade. Finding the spot has definitely been the difficult issue here. Also, there's lots of shadows, different light coming out of different places, but I don't want too much light from the light fixtures, but we're gonna try it anyway. All right, guys, finally got in the game. Let's check it out. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I actually love how small these cases are. I'm glad they're still big enough to where you don't lose them, especially for the cartridge size, but it's definitely a fave. So, cool first look at the inside. It's got some nice scenery. I actually hate when developers, companies don't put an insert. I feel like that's super lazy when it's just white. I think Sonic was that way and a few of the other games. But anyway, here's the cartridge. See if we can stabilize this, get you guys a little bit of a better view. Again, I'm using my phone, not my camera, so hopefully that's all right. Let's see what we can do about the lighting. And insert Xenoblade. A little click, cool. Also running low on battery. This is definitely not the day in the Switch. This is basically the equivalence of a camera-recorded movie. Oh snap. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, let's do it.
Okay, time to take you down. Ha! Ha!
Alright guys, after playing a little while, I kind of wanted to take some of the good things that a lot of people said from the game and also some of the bad things and then kind of tie in my own opinion. So a big kind of controversy that I've seen as far as on both sides of the spectrum has been the fighting style and kind of the gameplay as far as fighting. So a lot of people have said that the fighting scheme is amazing. It's supposed to be, you know, one of the coolest things for the Nintendo Switch. There's another side of the spectrum, all these people that have said, you know, the gameplay is really boring, it's slow, it's not very fun or enticing. Personally, playing myself, I haven't really found an extreme on either side. I don't think it's the best gameplay, but I wouldn't say it's the worst. I don't think it's boring necessarily. I think that it might be a little bit repetitive, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. For me, I didn't expect it, but as soon as I started playing, I realized that was kind of the norm for the game, and I didn't really let it bother me as much because really the rest of the scenery, the rest of the gameplay, and the movement really worked pretty well. Another thing that also has been sort of a negative for the game is a lot of people have talked about how the voice acting for the English dubbed version is not very good. It's pretty garbage, and I think that that's something that you have to be pretty nitpicky with. One, you can play with the original Japanese voice if that's what you prefer. I don't. I do see where some people would not like the English voice acting. It's not the greatest, definitely not. But you also have to remember this game is a JRPG, it's Japanese. And when you're getting English over it anyway, that's just a plus for us to have. My favorite part of the game is just the world itself. It's not exactly, I wouldn't say comparable to Breath of the Wild's open world or even Skyrim, but it's another open world that we get to discover and get to learn about as we play. And I think that that's really one of the most beautiful things about this game. There were so many positive reviews and so many negative reviews that I had to decide, you know, what really was my feeling on this game. And so far I've enjoyed it. That's saying a lot coming from a game that a lot of people put 100+ hours into until they really feel like they've gotten a full grasp of the game. And a lot of those negative reviews were coming from people who said they've only played the game for a little bit and they just lost interest. Being someone who's only played just a fraction of the entire game, I would have to say that personally, it does entice you enough and it gives you enough curiosity to push forward to keep playing. And overall, I really think it's worth giving it a shot. If you know someone that has the game, give it a shot, try playing it. Maybe watch more gameplay. I would check out some of those, but ideally it'd be hands-on. If you can actually give this game, if you can feel how it moves, you can see actually, you know, one-on-one how the characters respond and how the fighting and the combat actually is to you, then I would say you should, you know, definitely go that route. I have to say, forget the haters. There's a lot of haters out there. There's also a lot of hype out there. So overall, you just need to find your own opinion. If you can just do your best, even if you're super pumped about a game, to look at the negatives and try to find a balance, or if you're super bummed about a game, to look at the positives and try to just find where the balance is at, and you will be able to have a way better idea of what games are actually worthwhile. And guys, I know this video is pretty choppy. Again, this is me getting back into doing vlogs again about reviews, about video games. Please bear with me as we go forward. More videos are coming soon, guys. So please, again, let me know what you guys are thinking. What would you like to see more of? Brian and I are going to be finally coming out with the part of the channel we've been most excited for. And it's going to be more related on news and current events happening, so you guys are a little bit more up to date. And you guys have a little bit of a broader spectrum of what's happening as far as Nintendo and future game releases, so you guys can get kind of the inside scoop without having to do all the digging that we're hopefully doing for you guys. And be prepared for more content coming your way. We'll see ya.